my name is Susanna Kamal and I'm an undergraduate student from Bangladesh. So recently I returned from the United States after participating in an exchange program named the Global UGRAD. I had a discussion with the capsule and we decided to make a video based on my exchange journey and how I got selected. So in this video I will be talking about everything there is to know about this program. So what is the Global UGRAD Exchange Program? It is one of the most prestigious exchange programs that is sponsored by the US Department of State. Every year this program provides fully funded scholarships to outstanding students from all over the world, and the selected students are placed in US institutions for one semester non-degree undergraduate program. In order to apply, you must first make sure that you're eligible to apply, and in order to be eligible you must be a non-US citizen and you must be an undergraduate student quite naturally. Specifically the ones who have completed one semester in their home universities or have at least one semester remaining after they have completed their exchange program. So apart from these, you must have community involvement, good command over English, both written and verbal, and academic merit. So if you have these extracurricular activities and a good academic standing, then you're good to go. And you must note that only 2 to 3 participants are selected every year from Bangladesh, so it can be quite competitive. So just do your best. So the initial application process was completely held online, and it is sometime during October that they release all their information about the application procedure every year. So when they posted everything on their website, I checked it out and I started my application. So at the very beginning I had to obtain 2 letters of recommendation, one from my professor and one from one of my employers. I had to provide my university transcript as well as my O-level and A-level certificates. And I also had to write 2 essays, one of which was a statement of purpose in which I had to describe why I was fit for this program. And I must tell you that this is the most important part of your entire application, because the statement of purpose will be the defining point of whether you get selected or not. And it's important that you be honest and describe yourself in such a way that makes you fit for this program, so that you can represent our country well when you go in this multicultural platform. So try to be original and don't put overused cliched quotes and anecdotes, because a lot of students tend to do that, so that doesn't really make you stand out when they are pre-screening the applicants. So after the initial application process was done, I received the notification that I was selected after 2 months when I was called for an interview, and I successfully passed the interview. And they don't really ask you too many questions, they just check whether whatever you've written in your essay are true or not, and they will ask questions based on your essay. So whatever you write in the essay, be original, because if you don't portray it correctly during the interview, they will know that you've lied and they will disqualify you immediately. So after I passed the interview, I was asked to take a TOEFL exam in which I had to score a decent score so that they know that I am proficient in English, or at least have the ability to converse or write well during the classes in the US. After that was done, I also had to go through a medical examination in which I had to prove that I had no diseases or anything that I can spread to other people or can transmit to other people. So that was done. So after this, all these procedures were done, I received the final confirmation sometime during June 2019. Following that, I also got the notification of which university I was placed in. At this point, I knew that I was going to the University of South Dakota, and I was quite apprehensive, because I've always known that South Dakota is one of the coldest states in the entire US, and I grew up in Dhaka, which is one of the most hottest regions in the entire world, I guess. So I was particularly anxious about this problem, because I didn't know whether I would be able to adapt to the cold or not, but it eventually worked out, so I guess I was okay. So the last step of the entire process was obtaining the J1 visa, which was a tedious process, but fortunately I didn't face too many problems and I eventually got the visa, and that was really a happy moment for me, because I knew that I was going to the US for an entire semester and I was going to be making new friends, going to new places, and experiencing the American culture in general. So I was just really happy that I was finally selected and I was just going. So now that I've told you everything about how to apply to this program, let me tell you my actual experience in South Dakota. So the first week was literally unbearable, because as I already mentioned before, I grew up in a hot and humid region, and for a girl like that to suddenly go to a place where the temperature is -10 to -15 degrees Celsius was a real challenge. But slowly I got accustomed to it, and it was also memorable and special to me, because prior to this experience I never had seen snow in my life before, and I always dreamt of playing with snow, making snowmen, and snow fighting, and all those interesting things. So It was certainly a special moment for me because I got to experience all those things that I always dreamed of. The program selected participants from over 70 countries, and we had students participating from Middle East, from Southeast Asia, from Europe, and so many other nationalities. And it was certainly an interesting and learning experience for me because we had to stay together under one roof for an entire 6 months. And in this 6 months, we learned so many things about each other's cultures, music, cuisine, and languages. So at the end, even though we knew that we had so many differences, I just ended up making lifetime friends. And I believe one of the biggest things that I've gotten from this exchange experience is the friendship that I've received from all these diverse people, and that is very special to me. So the program requirement was that I had to take at least 12 credits or 4 courses. So I took a few business courses, and I also took an additional piano course, which was very fun. And one advice I would like to give to you is that when you go there, try to network with your professors as much as possible, because later in life, when you're applying for a job or a master's program, these professors can provide you with letters of recommendation which can come too handy, and they can also help you in general whenever you're trying for a new opportunity or something. So try to network as much as possible with anyone that you meet over there. Perhaps the highlight of my whole exchange experience was all the traveling that I did, because I grew up watching Times Square, Grand Canyon, Los Angeles, all these cities and places on TV, and I always wanted to visit all these places with my friends and have fun and do road trips and whatnot. And all these dreams that I had were fulfilled during this exchange program because we traveled so much, and every weekend we would go on a road trip and just visit another state or a landmark or a waterfall or something, just without planning or anything. So it was just very spontaneous, very fun, and all my international friends were just really fun loving. So the whole experience was just amazing. The Global UGRAD exchange program was certainly a turning point in my life because it was a very transformative journey for me, and I believe that I came back being a different person, being a better person. And I became so much more independent because I was living there alone without my family and without anyone I knew there. When I went there, I made all these new friends and met these new people and gained so many different types of experiences. For example, I learned how to cook, which I never could do when I was in Bangladesh. And even though it's surprising, but I also learned how to ride a bike for the first time in my life while I was in the US. And these things just made my whole experience so much better. And also, I came back being a person who is more tolerant and respectful of different opinions and perspectives, and this is certainly something that I would cherish from this entire experience. So overall, I'm just really glad that I took this chance and I applied, because if I didn't apply originally just in fear of getting rejected, then I would have missed out on this experience of a lifetime. So just don't think too much and don't be afraid, just apply and take the leap of faith, because I assure you that this will be one of the best experiences of your lifetime. So that was all about my exchange journey, and I would like to thank the capsule for giving me the opportunity to share my story with all of you. And to future students who are willing to participate in an exchange program, I would like to say that don't be afraid of going to a foreign country, living all by yourself without your old friends and your family, because once you go there, you just get accustomed to all these changes around you, and you just come out being a better person with so many different memories, friends for a lifetime, and so many diverse experiences that will be with you for your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.